Good morning, students. Welcome to this radio class. Today I am here to teach you class 10 English, and let's begin with unit 1. Yes, dear students, please open your book, textbook, page number 1. Yes, unit 1, and the title of this text, reading text, is A World Guide to Good Manners, How Not to Behave Badly Abroad. Yes, so we are going to study this reading text today. Before reading the text, let's discuss about the pictures. Yes, that's in your book, page number 1. Dear students, please look at the pictures, and in the pictures there are altogether 4 people. Yes, they look different. They are from different countries, or they are different nationalities. Okay, and in the first pictures you can see a man with a suit, yes, tie, and he is wearing a hat also. Yes, and in the second picture you can see a man with some kind of different hat, yes, on his head, and he has beard and mustache. Yes, and let's look at the third picture. In the third picture you can see a Mongolian face, yes, and the person is in quite different uniform, yes, dress. He is wearing some kind of clothes that looks like the people of Himalayan region that were in Nepal. Yes, and the last pictures you see a man with a coat, yes, and he is wearing cap. Yes, that is quite different, and you are familiar with this kind of cap. Yes, now let's discuss, where are these people from? Can you guess? Where are these people from? From the clothes they are wearing, yes, you can guess. Yes, please guess it yourself. Second question is, how do they greet each other? How do they greet each other? Means, what do you mean by greet? You know what is greeting, yes, I suppose. If you don't know, I am going to tell what do you mean by greet. Yes, first of all, listen to me carefully. When you meet anybody, yes, you greet. For example, if a teacher comes in your class, you stand up and you say, "Good morning, teacher." Yes, that is an example of greeting. Namaste, Salaam Alaikum, Lasso, Fafullah. These are some of the examples of greeting. Now, let's discuss about the question. Yes, the question is, that is in your textbook, describe your dining etiquette. Describe your dining etiquette. Is it different from the language? Sorry, is it different from the Japanese people? The question is, describe your dining etiquette. First of all, dear students, you might be confused with the word etiquette. Yes, what is etiquette? Now, the meaning of the word etiquette means personal conduct. Etiquette means personal conduct or behavior as evaluated by an accepted standard of appropriateness for a social or professional setting. In simple word, you can say etiquette is a set of rules, good manners. Yes, and dining means eating. Yes, that means you have to describe your eating rules. What are the rules? What are the good manners while eating? You know, yes. In our community, we have different kind of rules or good manners while eating. Yes, you have to eat with your right hand. You have to wash your hand. You have to, in some community, the elder member of the family, or let's say the head of the family, gives permission to it. Yes, and in Japan, people have different eating habits. Yes, manners. They eat in different way, yes, than ours. We in our community, we eat whenever and wherever we like. Yes, we don't have any rules. But in Japan, most of the Japanese people, they follow the rules. And dear students, you may not know how Japanese people eat and what are the good manners while eating in Japan. Yes, and for that, for your information, I'm going to tell you something about Japanese dining etiquette. Okay, listen to me carefully. Yes, Japan is a country that is a big on manners, especially when it comes to eating and dining. Japanese people have good manners. Yes, you can see, and there is a lot of things for a foreigner like us, yes, to learn when eating in public and even at home. If you go to Japanese people, yes, you should know some of the rules before going to their house or their country. Now, if you know the rules, yes, if you learn the rules, dining manners, it helps you to avoid any embarrassment. Yes, you will not be embarrassed while eating in Japanese people's house or in Japan. Yes, now I am going to tell you some of the good manners. Okay, listen to me carefully. In restaurants also, restaurants provide osibori. Osibori means a hot steamed hand towel. They provide you hot steamed hand towel and before a meal for a customer to clean their hands. Restaurants or in home, you will be provided hot towel and you have to clean your hands with that hot towel before eating in Japan or Japanese restaurants also. And you have to say itadakimasu. Yes, itadakimasu. That is polite way of saying I receive this before eating your meal. Before eating, you have to say itadakimasu. That's a Japanese word. That's a very polite word to say I receive this. And next good manner is, it is extremely a bad manner to blow the nose and loudly chew with the open mouth while eating. It is bad manner to blow the nose, yes, and chew with the open mouth. You are not allowed to chew with open mouth while eating in Japan. And while eating, you can make sucking noise, yes, while eating and while drinking. For example, in Nepal, while we are taking tea, it is not considered good to make a noise, yes, while drinking tea, coffee or any kind of drink. But in Japan, you can make noise, sucking noise, yes, while eating or while drinking. And you should always pick up small dishes like a bowl of rice and bring them closer to you when you are eating something out of them. You should bring the bowl closer to you, yes, and you should eat it or you should drink it. And next good manner is, you should always eat everything. Yes, you should eat always everything on your plate, or at least try your best to eat. Yes, you should not waste the things that is given to you on your plate or on your bowl. Yes, these are some of the rules, manners that is considered good, and you should follow these rules while eating in Japan or in Japanese restaurants. And in Nepali context, in our context, it is quite different. Yes, you know what are the differences, and from this you can analyze the different yourself. Yes, now let's begin our reading text. Yes, before reading the text, let's discuss some of the question, and you should keep these questions in your mind before reading the text, before listening the text. Okay. The first question is, dear students, please listen to me carefully. How do the Canadians greet each other? How do Canadians, people of Canada, greet each other? Next question is, how long does it take for Latin Americans, yes, Latin Americans, to complete your lunch or their lunch? Next question is, where do people take off their shoes while entering a restaurant? Okay, where do people take off their shoes while entering a restaurant? Take off their shoes, yes, they take off their shoes. जुत्ता खोल्छन् कहाँ रेस्टुरेन्टमा छिर्दा कुन देशमा कुन ठाउँमा चाहिँ हामी के गर्छौं जुत्ता खोलेर छिर्नु पर्छ. Now let's begin the text and try to understand, try to make clear that you will be able to answer these questions. Okay. Now, traveling to all corners of the world is getting easier and easier. Yes, you can travel to every part of the world nowadays. We live in a global village. Global village means the whole world, whole universe is known as global village. But this does not mean that we all behave in the same way. Different people of different countries have their own way of life. Yes, we travel to different countries. Yes, it is very easy for us to travel the whole country, whole world. But the behavior of the people of the countries, different countries, is different. Yes, for example, in Nepal also, Nepal is a very small country, and in our country also, we behave in a different way. Yes, we have different kinds of manners in the same country. While eating also, we have different kind of manners according to the culture, according to the religion, according to the caste, yes, according to the social background. Now, dear students, let's study about the greeting. Yes, you know what's greeting. Yes, greeting is a salutation at meeting. When you meet someone, you greet. Yes, for example, namaste, darshan, salaam alaikum, good morning, good afternoon. These are some of the examples of greeting. Now, how do the people of different countries greet? Yes, let's read the text and find it out. How should you behave when you meet someone for the first time? Now, an American or Canadian shake their hands firmly while looking you straight in the eyes. Yes, when a Canadian or American meet for the first time, yes, they shake their hands. Yes, and while shaking their hand, they shake their hand very strongly. Yes, firmly means strongly, and they look straight in the eyes. Yes, they look straight in the eyes of other people, for the person whom they are meeting for the first time, and they shake their hand. That is their greeting style. Yes, greeting way. In many parts of Asia, there is no physical contact at all. Yes, for example, in Nepal also, we don't have physical contact. We say namaste, namaskar. Yes, we join our hands and say. In Japan, you should bow. Yes, bow means to bend. You should bend. And the more you respect the person, the deeper you should bow in Japan. Look here. In Japan, how do you greet? How do Japanese people greet? They bend their body. Yes, and the bending of body shows the level of respect there. के हुन्छ? उनीहरू कतिको निउरन्छन् त्यही अनुसार जति धेरै निउरियो त्यति धेरै रेस्पेक्ट भन्ने कुरा त्यहाँ बुझिन्छ जापानमा. In Thailand, the greeting is made by pressing both hands together at the chest, as if you are praying or bowing your head slightly. And in Thailand, what do they do is, how do they greet is, they press their hands together at the chest. Yes, as we pray. Praying. Yes, you know what's the meaning of the word pray. प्रार्थना गरे जस्तै गरी उनीहरू दुईटा हातलाई प्रेस गरेर निउरन्छन्. Yes, that is their way of greeting. And they bend their head slightly. Yes, as we do praying. In both countries, eye contact is avoided as a sign of respect. Eye contact is not done, yes. It shows that you are respecting the people you are greeting, yes. In this way, they greet other people. Now, let's discuss about the clothes people wear in different countries. Many countries have rules about what you should and should not wear. Yes, in Asia and Muslim countries, you should not reveal the body, especially women. Women should wear long sleeve tops. Yes, there are rules for the clothes also. And in Asian and in Muslim countries, yes, you should not reveal means show. Yes, you should not show the body. Especially women are not allowed to show the body. They should wear long sleeve tops. They should wear long tops. Yes, they are not allowed to show their body. In Japan, you should take off your shoes while entering a house or a restaurant. If you go to a house or a restaurant, you should take off your shoes. Not only that, remember to place them together facing the door you came in. Yes, you have to place the shoes facing the door you came in. This is also true in China, Korea, Thailand and Iran. In this country also, you should take off your shoes and you should remember to place them together the door you came in. These are the etiquette, yes, rules, good manners about clothes. And let's discuss about food and drink. How do people eat and drink? Let's discuss about these things. Dear students, in Italy, Spain and Latin America, lunch is often the biggest meal of the day and can last 2 or 3 hours. How strange, yes? In Italy, Spain and Latin America, lunch is the biggest meal of the day. Yes, that is the biggest meal and it can last 2 to 3 hours. Yes, you will be surprised to listen to these things. Yes, because we eat in 2 to 3 minutes or 5 minutes, we finish our lunch. Yes, sometimes. But they take 2 to 3 hours to have their lunch and this is the biggest meal. And in Britain, for this reason, many people eat a light breakfast and a late dinner. Yes, they have very big meal. That's why they have light breakfast and late dinner. And in Britain, you might have a business lunch and do business as you eat. What happens in Britain? You might have a business lunch. You can have a business lunch and do business while eating. Yes, they do two things together. In Mexico and Japan, many people prefer not to discuss while eating. Yes, in Japan and Mexico, they don't like to talk while eating. In Nepal also, we are not allowed to talk while eating. Yes, in Mexico and Japan, the same things happens. Lunch is a time to relax and socialize, they think. Yes, lunch is a time to relax, yes, and socialize. Socialize means to spend time with friends or other people to enjoy yourself. Yes, भेटघाट गर्नु अथवा मेलजुल गर्नु, they like to do this kind of things. And the Japanese rarely drink alcohol at lunchtime. They rarely means they don't drink, not often. Yes, बिरलै उनीहरू चाहिँ खानासँगै अल्कोहल चाहिँ ड्रिङ्क गर्दैनन्, पिउँदैनन्. They don't like to drink. And in Britain and United States, it is not unusual to have a business meeting over breakfast. In Britain and United States, yes, they have business meeting over breakfast also. And in China, it is common to have business banquets, but you should not discuss business during the meal. Look here, what happens in China, yes? Common to have business banquets. What's the meaning of banquet? Yes, banquets means a large formal meal. Banquet means a large formal meal for many people in honor of someone. Banquets mean, dear students, listen to me carefully, a large formal meal for many people in honor of someone. Banquets means in Nepali we call bhoj bhater. Yes, they have business banquet, but you should not discuss business during the meal. But they have business banquets, but they don't discuss while eating. Now, dear students, let's discuss about the ways of doing business. Yes, how do people of different countries do business? In most countries, an exchange of business cards is essential for all introduction. Business card is essential for introduction. Yes, in most of the countries. You should include your company name and your position in a business card. In most of the countries, yes, in many countries, in business card, you should have the name of your company, yes, and your position in that company in a business card. It is usual. If you are going to a country where your language is not widely spoken, you can get the reverse side of your card printed in the local language. Listen here, dear students. While doing business, yes, if you are going to a place where your language is not spoken, yes, for example, we are Nepali, yes, our business cards are printed in Nepali language, yes, and if you are going to China for business purpose, yes, in that case, you should have printed your business card, the opposite side of the card, yes, you should print it in Chinese language. Are you clear? And in Japan, you must present your card with both hands, with the writing facing the person you are given it to. You have to give business card with both hands, yes, as we do in Nepal also, with the writing facing the person you are giving to it. You should be careful while while giving the business card also, yes, in Japan. In many countries, business hours are from 9 or 10 a.m. to 5 or 6 p.m. Yes, in Nepal also the business hours are from 10 to working hours are from 10 a.m. to 4-5 a.m. yes, according to the organizations. However, in some countries such as Greece, Italy and Spain, some business closes in early afternoon for a couple of hours, then remain open until the evening. Dear students, you should know that in most of the countries, business hours are from 9 to 5 or 9 to 6 or 10 to 5 or 10 to 6. These are common business hours of the world, yes, but in the countries such as Greece, Italy, Spain, some business closes in the early afternoon for a couple of hours. के हुन्छ ग्रीस, इटाली र स्पेनमा दिउँसो केही घण्टाको लागि के हुन्छ बिजनेस क्लोज हुन्छ र साँझमा ढिलासम्म पनि यो बिजनेसहरू खुल्ला रहन्छ. कुन कुन देशमा? ग्रीस, इटाली एन्ड स्पेन. Japanese business people consider it their professional duty to go out after work with colleagues to restaurants, bars or nightclubs. Look here. We don't have this kind of culture, yes, in Nepal. They think their professional duty. Professional means related to work that you do as a job. Yes, व्यावसायिक कर्तव्य नै ठान्छन् उनीहरू. के गर्नु? काम सकेपछि आफ्नो साथीसँग, सहकर्मीसँग, colleagues, yes, co-workers to go to restaurants, bars or nightclubs. That is their professional duty. They think in that way. If you are invited, you should not refuse. Look here. If you are invited, you should not refuse. You should not deny. Even if you don't feel like staying out late. तपाईलाई कसैले बोलायो भने नाइ भन्न रिफ्युज गर्न चाहिँ त्यहाँ मिल्दैन रे. तपाईलाई मन परे पनि नपरे पनि you have to go. That is your professional duty. They think in that way. Now, let's discuss about extra tips. Yes. What's the meaning of the word tips? Tips means a piece of advice or useful information. Yes. A piece of advice or useful information, especially from an expert. Now, here are some extra tips that help you when you travel. Yes, when you travel, you should remember, you should keep these things in mind. Number one, in many Asian countries, it is acceptable to smash your lips when you eat. It means that the food is good. Yes, you smash your lips. And it shows that the food is tasty, yummy. Yes, it is good. Number two, in France, you should not sit down in a cafe until you have shaken hands with everyone you know. Yes, you have to shake the hands with everyone you know in a restaurant or a cafe before sitting. That's the manner in France. In India and the Middle East, you must never use the left hand for greeting, eating or drinking. Yes, we do in our country also. Yes, we are not allowed to greet, eat or drink with our left hand. Now, in China, your host will keep refilling your dish unless you lay your chopstick across your bowl. Yes, while eating in China, you should be careful. Look here. Your host will refill your dish. Refill means to put. Yes, filling. Fill the dish. And unless you lay your chopstick across your bowl. Chopstick like cross नबनाएसम्म उनीहरूले के गर्छन् खानेकुरा राखेको गर्छन्. Most South Americans and Mexicans like to stand very close to the person they are talking to. You should not back away. Means South Americans and Mexicans, they like to stand very close to the person they are talking. उनीहरू वार्तालाप गरेका व्यक्तिसँग एकदम नजिक बस्न चाहन्छन्. तपाईं चाहिँ उनीहरूबाट टाढा जान पाउनुहुन्न. That is their good manner. That's their rule. In Russia, you must match your host drink or they will think you are unfriendly. Look here. रसियामा के हुन्छ? You must match your host drink or they will think you are unfriendly. होस्ट को ड्रिंक सँग आफ्नो ड्रिंक पनि के हुन्छ म्याच गर्नुपर्छ. त्यसो गर्नु भएन भने अनफ्रेन्डली साथ मित्रवत व्यवहार नगरेको उनीहरू बुझ्छन्. In Ireland, social events sometimes end with singing and dancing. You might be asked to sing. आयरल्यान्डमा के हुन्छ? सोशल इभेन्ट्सहरुमा सिंगिङ र डान्सिङ गरेर एन्ड हुन्छ सोशल इभेन्ट्सहरु. And if you are asked to sing, you have to sing. Yes, तपाईलाई गीत गाउन अथवा नाच्न लगाउन सकिन्छ. त्यसका लागि you should be ready. Yes. In America, you should eat your hamburger with both hands and as quickly as possible. You should not try to have a conversation until it is eaten. अमेरिकामा के हुन्छ? Hamburger. What's the meaning of the word hamburger? Hamburger is a dish, yes, finely chopped beef made into a flat round shape, often stuffed in a bread roll. Hamburger चाहिँ के गर्नुपर्छ? दुईटा हातले समातेर जति सक्दो चाँडो खानुपर्छ र खाइ नसकुन्जेलसम्म you are not allowed to have a conversation, you are not allowed to have a talk. This is the rule while eating in America. Now, the source of this text is Norman Ramshaw in New Headway English. This is the source of the text. The text will definitely help you to behave when you go abroad. Yes, when you behave with the people of different countries, it will be helpful for you. Now, this much for today. Thank you.